All right, and we are live on Facebook.
Awesome. We're also live on Facebook. That's exciting. Join us, you guys. Join us. There's a whole bunch of you who registered. I'm trying to let you in, Kim. So
Okay,
there
all
you
right.
are.
There I am. Okay, I have a different setup today, so I can't really see the phone. I only see you on the phone. I can't see me, so hopefully I'm centered in frame.
Oh, Robin, thank you so much. So Robin from my colleague, my friend from New Jersey WCA is saying, congratulations. Thank you. And Mimi's
Thank
here
you.
with us. Thank you.
Yay!
So again, you guys, this is our episode number 100 of WTF Live. Kim, tell us what WTF stands for, how we had this whole thing started. What are we doing here to begin with? Tell our
Yes.
guests.
So, welcome to Window Treatment Friday Live. So, this was something that started in the pandemic during the shutdown about 2 years ago. Vita and Luann have a series on Luann's podcast, A Well Designed Business, that they would do a Window Treatment Friday audio episode. So WTF, the audio version, and Vita and I were chatting, and I used to go live every Friday around 4:30 on the WindowWorks Facebook page and just pick a random topic and talk for about 5 minutes. So Vita was like, we should do something live and bring the WTF from the audio to live with visuals and photos and everything at. So that's where it all started. And then it became the how are we going to show pictures? How are we going to do this? And all the and all that went
And
with
all
it.
that came with it, yes. And the,
Mm-hmm.
the the pretzels that we are turning ourselves into, the shenanigans that we do here
Yep.
behind the scenes to bring you the visuals is really something. But today, actually, today it will not be about the visuals.
Nope.
Today it will be just having fun, celebrating what we have achieved, because being here 100 times every
Yes.
single Friday is no small feat.
Nope. Yeah. So it is something that it's been really fun um, for me. I can say personally, I'm sure as well for you, obviously, too,
Mhm.
Vita, but it's to see where it started and what it's grown into has been really great. Just thinking about all the PowerPoints that
I
we used to
know.
put together, and now Stephanie is elevated.
Yes, Stephanie has elevated us to the next level, which actually is a really good segue. There's quite a few people that we want to thank. So no,
Yes.
we're not going to turn this into the Oscars, Richard Gere moment, but nonetheless, there are a few people that I think definitely deserve to be thanked, and I think Stephanie is definitely one of them, right, Kim?
Yes. So what a lot of you don't know is behind the scenes. In the beginning, Vita and I came up with the topics and the calendar and everything else. And then once Stephanie started working with Vita, handling all her social media, and then came on to handle all of WindowWorks' social media, she just kind of took over the back end of WTF Live for us. So she's the one who gives us our topics every week because Vita and I got to a point where we're like, what are we going to talk about? And she kind of just says, well, you even talked about this, or I kind of want to learn about this topic.
That's
So
right.
she gives us our topics, has our schedule, and puts together all the lovely presentations that you see every week for us, because that
Mhm.
used to take Vita and I hours to do,
That's right.
to find the photos, upload them, and do the whole thing. So, yeah. So thank you, Stephanie, for after all this time keeping us in check.
Yep. So let me just say that Stephanie is her full name is Stephanie Hamilton,
Hmm.
and she is together with her husband, she is the co-owner of Hamilton Creative Solutions, which is a boutique, family-operated agency, if you will, that takes care of a lot of marketing and social media and writing and strategy. And so I found Stephanie, I believe, Steph, I think you're listening maybe 3 years ago. It's going to be a whole different topic, maybe a different podcast altogether. But I was so lucky to find her, and
Yes.
I cannot imagine running my business without you, Stephanie. So thank you for helping us with everything that you do behind the scenes. She's like our little fairy
Yeah.
that behind the scenes. Kim and I are the faces of this, but exactly what Kim said, what is not visible is this amazing, powerful, bright, smart woman who actually the engine that makes it happen behind the scenes. So a huge
Yeah.
thanks to Steph.
Yes.
And then the second person that we want to thank is,
Well, Luann.
that's
So,
right.
so without Luann, none of this would honestly really be possible. And Luann wanted to be here with us on our 100th celebration, but she actually took a little vacation
Oh,
this
how
week.
dare she? I mean, the woman never sleeps, never rests.
So she is out in California and is on her way back. She did do a little bit of work, exciting Windows work too. So it wasn't all play, but she was going to try to figure out a way to kind of patch in here live, but it was, she's on her way to the airport, so it's just a little too much. So we just thought,
That's okay.
we get it. It's okay.
We can totally handle it.
The little babies can fly now. We're flying out of the nest.
We have been hatched.
Yes, we got this. We're 100 episodes in. We're not, 700-800 episodes, 2 podcasts, 2 shows later, but yeah.
Right.
So,
Not quite on her level, but something
no.
to aspire to be.
Exactly. So, Luann, we thank you for all the work that you do, not only for the interior design industry, but for the window treatment industry. And yeah, so without your whole brainchild of the podcast, we would not be here 100 episodes in or even 1 episode in. So thank you so much for all your love and support.
And the inspiration that you provide to us. And let me just say one quick thing about the WTF, the non-live version, the podcast version. What Kim is referring to is, if you guys don't know, Luann does a podcast. It's called A Well-Designed Business Podcast. So please find it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your podcast, A Well-Designed Business. And as part of that podcast, about 3 years ago, she invited me to co-host a periodic but regular series called Window Treatment Friday, or what we're lovingly referring to as WTF. And no, not the WTF that we all sometimes say out loud, but it's the Window Treatment Friday. That's what it stands for. However, we don't mind sometimes WTFing, because if anybody has ever done any kind of window treatment project or has been around the window treatment industry even for a second, knows that there's quite a few WTF type of moments in custom window treatments. So, but I encourage you guys to please find A Well-Designed Business. And we have, I believe, 18 different episodes of Window Treatment Friday, which is where Luann and I talk more about the business aspects of running a window treatment business, whereas Kim and I here talk more about the visual aspects of the window treatments. So again, thank you, Luann. And then the third person that I would like to thank for helping, and he doesn't know it yet, but that's my husband. He's right here. He's right here. There he is.
Yeah, that was someone that I was. Are you our tech guru?
Yes, exactly. So another thing that really happens behind the scenes, besides the fact that you need to figure out the topics, the slides, the presentation, the images, the transitions, the whole thing, is how the heck this whole thing works. And Kim is really great on the back end. She really takes care of the Facebook aspect of it. And I am like not a techie at all, even though my business is rooted in a lot of technology. But the reason that I'm able to do that is because of my wonderful, handsome, bright, smart husband. So thank you, honey.
Thank you. He's often got us out of a lot of jams when we're like, ah.
That's right.
Yeah. Even today, I, decided, let me do a different setup than what I've been doing for the past 6 months. And I tried it. It worked. Yay. But there's a lot of wires that go into it, a lot of different. If I wish I don't have another device to take a picture so everyone could kind of see like what's happening.
Sometimes I want to like take a picture of what actually is happening in front of the screen.
So, we can put television, or video producing on here because this is what it feels like. So yeah, it's just. So thank you,
everyone who, and of course, I mean, we can't go on without thanking everybody who is listening to us, who has been tuning in every Friday. And if you guys have just tuned in right now, or if you are like, what is this and what am I doing here? Why am I here? This is Window Treatment Friday Live, which is a live broadcast that Kim and I do on Instagram and Facebook simultaneously every Friday at 9 a.m. for about half an hour to 45-ish minutes or so. We talk about window treatments. We pick a topic and we geek out on all things technical, and we show you visuals. We share some of the inspirations that has been inspiring us lately, some of the mistakes that we have made. We try to give you education and inspiration so that you can be that much more comfortable with your window treatment projects.
Yes. So thank you
So
guys for.
should we, yes, thank you. Should we do a raffle?
Yes, let's do a raffle.
Okay,
So
tell us
if
about the first
you,
prize.
so are we doing the AirPods?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so I actually wear these every week to tune in. This is how I get to listen to Vida on Facebook, and then on Instagram, she has another set of headphones that are muted, but these are great. If you are, I was a little skeptical at first with the AirPods, but in the pandemic, I got in the habit of putting them in, doing all my phone calls, and pacing my home or my driveway. So
Yep.
now in the showroom in my office, when I take calls, I put them in
Yep.
and I walk the showroom. So
Perfect.
if you are a busy interior designer or window treatment specialist,
on the road.
on the road, these are a game changer. I was a little like, I'm going to lose them. I've had them now for 4 years. They are great. Trust me, you're going to want this prize.
Awesome. So we had a whole bunch of people who registered.
Yes.
Oh, actually, I think over 65 people registered.
Yeah. So it's
Stephanie
awesome.
printed them. Well, rather, she put them into like a Word document. I printed them out. I cut them up. So every name who has registered is on this little piece of paper. And ta-da! Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's see who won. Oh, how about that? Holly Pecora.
All right, Holly, congratulations.
Showing backwards.
On Facebook, it's the right way. So congratulations, Holly.
Holly Pecora. Holly Pecora actually happens to be a local interior designer.
Oh,
she's Philadelphia based. Yep. She's also a member of IFDA, which is a great organization nationally. And we have done a couple of projects for her in the past. So I'm really excited to give it to a local designer. So Holly, what you need to do is, well, we have your address. So we're going to send you the AirPods straight from Amazon over to to you. So no delays, no bottlenecks, nobody else involved but Amazon and Stephanie. Stephanie's the one who'll take care of it, which is amazing. So congratulations, Holly.
Yay, Holly.
So shall we play a little game?
Yes. So we thought it would be fun because oftentimes, you know, for the last 100 episodes, we have sat here and talked about window treatments, and Vida and I know each other on a personal level, but you guys don't really know us. So we thought it would be a little fun to have 3 random questions about each of us. And so that this way you can kind of get to know, you know, the women behind the curtain, so to speak. So
and actually it was fun to I think it's going to be fun to even get to know each other too. You know, because like, every Friday for half an hour to an hour, Kim and I are here, but you know, we get on 5-10 minutes beforehand, and then we get off 5-10 minutes afterwards, and it's not a whole lot of time to be like, how are you, how is your life, you know, what's the one interesting thing that happened when you were 15? So we thought we'd play our own little version of the newlywed games to see how well we know each other, and at the same time open up a bit of a curtain into our lives for you guys. So should I go first? Do you want to go first?
It doesn't matter. You can go first. It's fine.
So my question is, how did I come to the United States?
So luckily, when I saw this question, I was like, ooh, I think I know the answer.
You know? Okay.
I think so. You came here at 15 on an exchange program from the Ukraine.
Where's my
applause?
Yeah, where's the applause? Honey, technical support. You have to come back and do the applause.
Because the other 2, I don't think I'm gonna get. I was like, I know one.
Yes, Mary
Woo!
Beth, you're right. I was an exchange student. It was a Rotary exchange program. It was in the 90s. I was 15, and it was just as the Iron Curtain was coming down, the borders were opening up, and all these wonderful different programs started to happen. And when my mom found out and learned about this program, she was the one who really encouraged me to go. And I was really worried and scared. You know, at 15, what do you know? How do you fly across the globe to a different
Mhm.
country? So I first came here for only 3 weeks. So it was a very quick in and out kind of program. But
Okay.
what happened during those 3 weeks is that I got placed in a wonderful, amazing American family with whom I am still, I want to say friends, but it's more than friends, who are my family to this very
Mhm.
day. Unfortunately, I lost my mom this past year, few months ago, but my sister and my brother are my family,
Mhm.
and my brother's 5 kids. My sister doesn't have any, but you know, all of us are still close, and it's wonderful to have them here as my anchors, my foundation, somebody who is really keeping me grounded, and you know, it's amazing. So, yep, it started with 3 weeks, and then I came back for a year, and then I went to college. And then once you go to school here, then you just kind of end up
It's a
staying in the
wrap.
country, and then
Yeah.
it's a wrap. Exactly. So, ta-da! This is great job, Kim. Yeah,
Thank
really,
you.
really, really wonderful.
Okay.
There's the
So,
applause for you.
yeah, thank you. So, my first question is, how many languages do I speak?
Okay, I think I know this one. So I know that you are originally, your family is originally from Portugal. So
Mhm.
you're Portuguese, even though you were born here. So you're
Mhm.
technically first generation. Your parents were the ones who immigrated.
Mhm.
And I'm going to say that obviously Portuguese, then I'm thinking, well, obviously English,
Yeah.
then then I'm Portuguese, and I'm thinking Spanish because I'm thinking Portuguese and Spanish are very close. And I'm also going to venture a guess that it's Italian because I'm thinking that it's a little close too, but I'm not exactly sure. So I'm going to say three, possibly four.
So, yes, it is 3. I am
It's three.
fluent in
Hey,
3.
where's
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
applause?
Yeah.
Technical
Yeah.
support. You're not
Yes,
allowed to mock
Kelly,
my
yes, 3.
technical support. Like, can I have some coffee, please?
Yeah. I know I'm having mine.
Yay.
Yeah. Um, so yes, it is 3 languages. I do understand Italian. I
Mhm.
don't speak it fluently, but I can get by on the 2 other languages that I do speak. Um, English is
Oh,
actually, I don't
Mary
know a
Beth,
lot.
thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but English is actually my second language. Since my family did come here from Portugal, I did learn how to speak Portuguese first. So I was this, little toddler that would go to the doctor's office or go to the grocery store and just spoke to everyone in Portuguese because I just assumed that's what everybody spoke. And it wasn't until the summer before I had to go to preschool that my mother said to my cousins and said to other family members, we really should start speaking to her in English. We don't want her to then possibly, be left
Be behind in
behind and
school
and
or
have to be in ESL because it did happen to other cousins of mine
mhm.
that went in. And so my mom saw that happened with other cousins, and she's just like, no, no, we have to get her speaking English. Actually, Sesame Street also taught me
Yes,
how to count
the
and my
television, yeah.
ABCs. Yeah. So that was like the one English program that my mom would allow me to watch, that and Mr. Rogers.
Right.
So they so they helped teach me how to speak English. But yeah, so it's
Awesome.
definitely a blessing. And yeah, I love that I can speak multiple languages.
Amazing. And you're still obviously close with your family. You have a very large
Hmm.
family. I see you posting on social media, all the like
Yeah.
the different gatherings,
Yeah.
and it's terrific. Good for you. Great,
Thank you.
great job.
Thank you.
All right. Should we raffle off another prize?
Yes.
Let's do
So
that.
the next prize number 2 is the Amazon Echo Show.
Hmm.
So that I actually was gifted 2 summers ago from my sister-in-law, and it is amazing. I use it all the time. I have it in
We
my
do too.
kitchen.
Hmm.
So we have our playlists that we often listen to when we like to cook. We like to listen to different type of music.
Hmm.
I have Netflix and Hulu set up to it.
Oh,
So if
really?
I'm
So you
yeah,
watch
so
shows on it? Oh, we
Oh
don't do
yeah, if
that.
I'm doing something like a lot of like I know I'm
Cooking
gonna be in
prep.
the kitchen and prepping, and I just like, especially like late night when I'm getting ready for a party and I'm like, music isn't gonna cut it. I need so
Hmm.
we watch shows on there. And the cool thing about it too is we're able to video chat with different family members.
That's right.
So yeah, so it's a really fun thing. You're able to drop in. So I often bake in the morning. I often on Saturday mornings my nieces and I will do pancakes together. So we'll like make our pancakes
As
together on
you
the
watch
video.
each other on, oh, that's so
Yeah,
cool.
so
Good for
it's
you.
really cool. It's really cool. And my older goddaughter loved it so much that I gifted her one for her birthday a couple weeks ago. And she's like, now I can FaceTime, even though she has an iPhone. But she's like, now I can FaceTime you and we can do cool things in the kitchen together. I'm like, yes. So it is a fun
it's
thing.
a fantastic gadget to have. It really is.
Look up a recipe. So let's see.
All right.
Who's going to win the Echo
let's
Show?
Do this. Echo Show. Here we come. Oh, wait. Oop, got it. Okay.
All righty.
Oh, my God.
Who is it?
Can you tell? Can you see who it is backwards?
Mary Beth!
Mary Beth!
Congratulations.
Mary Beth, I am so excited for you. I mean, you saw it. I did it right here.
Yes.
There's no corruption or, I don't know, something involved. But Mary Beth is a very, very dear friend. She's a colleague in the industry. She has gone through so much in the last 6 months or so. And even though she is so busy, she's constantly on the road. It always tunes in to our WTFs. I mean, it's like when Mary Beth, when you're not here on a Friday morning, I'm always like, what's happening?
Like,
what's happening? Where's Matt? What's going on? What happened to her? I'd like text her. Are you okay? So. Really, really happy for you, sweetheart.
So thank you. Yeah, enjoy. It's definitely
amazing human. Renee says from the Fabric Shield. Yes, exactly. Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Okay. I go. Okay. Yes. Oh, okay. What is the scariest but most amazing thing I have ever done?
Oh, this is such a loaded question, Vita. Like
scariest.
Was it quitting your job and buying a window treatment company?
Oh my God. You know what? I'm going to give it to you. Yes.
Was it? Or
I had something else in mind, and I'll give you the answer in a second. But like from the life-changing standpoint, I really should have had that as my answer. Yes.
It was either that or you like did a dance competition. That was going to be my next one.
Technical support approved.
Thank you.
So yes, I was to build on what Kim just said. I worked as a marketing director for Lennox China. I was in a corporate world for about 10 years out of college, and at the age of 30 or so, I decided that I am not going to be part of corporate anymore. I did not want to waste my time anymore. I decided that I was meant for something bigger and greater, and so what did I decide to do? Well, of course, open a window treatment company. So, and that was actually truly one of the scariest things that I've ever had to do, with very little support and very little knowledge of what I was getting into. So that's a really great answer, Kim. Oh. Thank you for that. Yeah. What I was going to say is, while I was still at Lennox, there was a whole bunch of us, a whole group of us on those half-day Fridays during the summer of 2002 or 03, we decided to go skydiving. So yes, I did that. I didn't tell anyone. I told my parents afterwards, but it was the scariest, but the most exhilarating and amazing thing that I've ever done.
So, what I was thinking last night when I saw the question, I was like, I mean, would she ever go skydiving? I don't know. Like, it was like, I was like going through, I was like, did she go bungee jumping? I'm like,
I did that too.
You did that too? You are braver than me. Nope, not for me.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Brave or stupid, one of those. Okay, your turn.
Okay, so my second question was, where is the coolest place I've ever performed a dance routine?
That's really hard. That's really hard. So I know that you've lived here in America your whole life. So I'm thinking it can't be like anywhere in the world. So thinking here, I'm also thinking that I know a bunch of people, like neighbors and friends, who do not gymnastics, what do you call it? Cheer. And their nationals usually happen in Florida in Disney World. So I'm thinking maybe some of the coolest dance competitions also happen in Disney World. So that's what I'm going to say. You did it either in Disney World or Disneyland.
So you are You are half
I'm
correct.
half
Yes,
correct. Okay.
yes, 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 yes. So we,
Can I
I
get
did.
half the applause, please?
Yes, no, you still get an applause. You get an applause for that.
I get a
So
little applause. Oh,
yeah.
half.
No, 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 because that's a great guess. Because I grew up in the whole like dance competition
Hmm.
scene. We would compete all over the world, and
Oh,
we had an.
all over the
I
world.
mean, not all over the world, all over the
Country.
country.
Okay.
Sorry, sorry.
That's
My
okay.
sister competed on the world level, but here in the States.
Oh, wow.
But so we had the opportunity to. It wasn't a competition down in Disney World, so it was an exhibition or show that we put on in Epcot on one of their
Yeah.
stages,
Okay.
and as a result of that, because we were one of the dance companies performing that week, we
Hmm.
had to go a couple days prior to the performance, and we got to go and do like Disney backstage, and
Ah.
we learned their 25th anniversary routine that their dance team and their castmates would perform in front of Cinderella's castle.
Uh-huh.
So, as a result of that, because we were there as a company, we would often all be dressed the same. So, it would either be our company jackets with black
Hmm.
shorts or our company t shirts. So,
Hmm.
after we learned the routine, of course, I was the captain of the junior company at the time. There was probably about 10 of
Nice.
us. Yeah, we were leaving and we were all getting together, and we hear the song going on. So we thought like, wow, we just learned this routine. So we got on the stage in front of Cinderella's castle
That's
and
awesome.
performed the routine. And since we were all dressed alike,
Hmm.
people started forming and watching our performance and thought we were a park attraction and taking pictures and videos, and we ended it and it was a whole thing, and we got applause, and our mothers were like, what the hell are you
What
guys,
just
like
happened?
what are you doing? But they're clapping and taking pictures, and afterwards we're taking our bow, and I happen to look over and I see a sign that you're not allowed on the stage, and if you are on the stage you will be banned from Disney for life. So I quickly gathered my teammates and I said, let's exit to the right, please, because we cannot get in trouble and be banned for life because we have a big performance
Oh
tomorrow
my
at
gosh.
Epcot.
Yeah.
So it was
How
really
awesome.
cool. So I was probably it was in the 90s. I don't remember how old I was, but it was for their
Hmm.
25th anniversary, but it was really cool and interesting, and it's something that I even when I went back to Disney World this past winter for their 50th anniversary,
Hmm.
I thought, I was like, wow, I danced on that stage and I wasn't really supposed to, but it's like a
That was
cool
me.
memory. Yeah, that was me. I was up there.
See,
But
you're
yeah,
a risk taker too.
yes. I mean, I didn't realize that I was breaking rules. And they are pretty strict about it
Yeah.
over there, but it was probably a really cool experience because, people thought we were part of the Disney experience and
Right,
took
right.
pictures, and my mom thought and she has it on film, like
Oh
old
my
school,
gosh.
like
Yeah, like old
camcorder.
school big
Yeah,
camera. Yeah.
that like I want to see if I can, move it over to digital, but like
Yeah.
there we have pictures of us performing on the stage,
What
and
a great
so
story.
it was a cool experience to have as
Good
a
for
young
you.
kid.
Yay. Nicely done.
Yes.
Nicely done. So wait, I was right. Disney World. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
Disney World. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so yay.
Very nice. Very nice. Yay. So I just wanted to take a quick minute to kind of make sure that our viewers here know all the different topics that we have covered over the
Hmm.
last 100 episodes.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of them, Kim?
Ooh,
Some of them?
okay.
All of them?
Okay. Not all of them, but we have covered, let's see, we have done different pleat styles. We have done different hardware types, different
Mhm.
shades, lift systems, ripple fold. We've dived into that, motorization, different shades, patterns, like tough patterns to work with. What else? We covered 38 East.
Yep. Awnings,
Awnings, yes, different
designer
awnings,
features,
designer features. We have or designer highlight that we used to
designer
do.
highlight. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about that the other day. We haven't done that in a while.
We should go
Uh,
back to that. Yep.
so those are some of the ones that I can
Yeah,
think
yeah.
of from a.
Lift systems we've
Mhm.
done, different pleats I think you've mentioned. Here, so Stephanie pulled our top 3 episodes. You want to
Oh,
hear
fun.
what they are?
Yes, I'm very curious.
The number 1 episode is drapery pleats.
Okay,
So
was it?
there it is. Maybe we should do another one and with a different take or a different
Yeah.
twist. Yep, that's what people really liked. Drapery pleats, like the different types you can
Yeah.
pinch
Hmm.
the drape at the top. Now the next most popular is, believe it or not, blackout linings. Who would have
Okay.
would have thought that blackout linings can be sexy and interesting and
I
exciting, but I mean,
I
so
re
this is something that we would never pick. And what was part of Stephanie's value is because she's not exactly from the window treatment industry.
Mhm.
Everything is exciting to her and everything is new and everything is worth educating herself on.
Yeah.
So whereas for Kim and I, we would have been like, what? Blackout lining? That, like, what do we say about that? And she really pushes us to realize that a lot of the things that are innate to us is really something that it's interesting to you guys.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
the third most watched episode is actually, it's very close. It's between acrylic hardware and the anatomy of a drapery panel.
Oh, okay.
So isn't that cool?
Yeah, that is very cool.
Very nice.
Now, if there are any topics out there, if you're out there watching right now or watching later on, and there are any topics that we haven't covered yet or any questions that you have, we are always open to suggestions and we would love to cover whatever it is out there that you want to learn about. So yeah, let
Just
us
send us a
know.
DM on
Hmm.
Instagram or a message on Facebook, or if you have a direct line to us, by all means, we always want to know what you guys are
Yes.
interested in. And actually, Stephanie had a great idea. If you have a situation and you don't know what drapery or what window treatment to use, if you want to send us a picture of that situation, we would be happy and glad, with your permission, to feature it in one of our episodes
Hmm.
and give you the full rundown of what we think live.
Yep. There we go.
Okay, so next question about
Sure.
the newlywed question. Okay.
Yes.
Um, what kind of car did I learn to drive on? Oh wait, don't remember the episode. Somebody had just said something. How do I go back? Style by Mimi. Don't remember what the episode was called, but my fave was when you guys went over all of your most challenging installs. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't remember
yeah.
the exact number either.
Yeah.
If you want to go back and watch all 100, because we truly do have a really great library and
Right.
educational resource for you guys. They're all on either Facebook, right?
Hmm.
On Window Works is Facebook. There's some episodes on Instagram as well, but I know for sure that all of them are on Vitalia Inc. website. So if you
Yeah.
want to go on vitaliainc.com, there's a tab for resources, and you can get or podcasts, I believe,
Mhm.
and the Window Treatment Friday Live is there. You can watch all these videos.
Perfect. Yeah.
And Renee said, combining types of treatments in a room, always confusing.
Hmm.
Okay, that's a good one, Renee.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you know what? I actually did that in my own house. So I can take pictures of that and we can show it. I would show
Excellent.
you now, but it's too much for me to move. Because, oh, fun fact, I know this is like a different background. This is where we shot the first episode. I am in my family room because I didn't have a showroom to shoot in, and this was the only room in my house that was semi-done at the time.
Right.
So
Because it was still during the pandemic.
pandemic,
The
yeah, and I
first
had
one
we
aired like May 2nd or something like that
yeah,
of 2020.
and I had only been in my house for a little, like about a year when the
Mhm.
shutdown happened. So who was getting anything to decorate their house? So I'm
Right.
like, I need a space. So I remember, putting the pressure on Carlos to finish painting.
At least the mantle.
Yeah.
He did a great job.
So yeah, that's why I thought, let's do a little nostalgia and go live from
Very
where
pretty. And look, we
the
have our
first.
hair done and everything, all for 100 episode.
Yes, yes.
And then Claire is also asking, what was the episode where you talked about eyeball estimating? Okay, Claire, what you're referring to is actually the WTF, the audio version, which
Mm-hmm.
is the podcast that Luann and I do. So the WTF series airs every couple of months or so. We're able to kind of get together and coordinate our schedules and record the episode. And this particular one was one of the latest ones. So you don't have to scroll too far back in your podcast app to find it. So maybe a month or so, maybe a month and a half, and you'll find it. I don't remember the exact number. I'm sorry, but it's the latest one that we did. So you'll find it there. So A Well-Designed Business is the podcast. And just like late April, early May, I believe is when we did it.
The other way too, if you ever want to search podcast episodes and whatnot, Luann's website is uh, Nicole Heimer from Brandon Glory, who designed the website. She did a really good job that if you go to the podcast tab
Oh,
and
good.
you click on it, and you click on all episodes. There's a search button, and it says, "What am I searching for?" And I'm doing this right now as we talk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't, we don't have it in as WTF. It's in as Window Treatment Friday.
Window Treatment Friday.
Yeah, and it will pull up all the episodes that Vita and Luann have ever recorded. So the eyeball, so it's episode number 761.
Thank you. Perfect. Go, Kim.
Yeah.
Quick on her feet. That's how you work.
So that's where, if you go to Luann's website, luannigara.com, click the podcast tab and click on all episodes. And on the search tool on the right-hand side, if you put in Window Treatment Friday, all of Vita and Luann's episodes will be there, anything that they've ever recorded. And so you can download them right to your computer or to your phone, or then that way you can go to wherever you listen to your podcast and search it that way.
Wonderful. Thanks for that, Kim. Appreciate it. And then Mimi is also saying my favorite look of yours was the 80s look. I loved it. that was one
the
of
Halloween
the
episode. Yeah, that took a long time to get my hair that Madonna curl, man.
We do have a lot of fun on Halloween, so definitely make sure to tune in. Our first Halloween was the 80s, right? And then the second Halloween, we did some of the scary movies and the window treatments in those movies.
Yeah.
So we'll see what we come up with for this Halloween. It should be fun.
Yeah. Steph, start thinking.
Yeah, exactly. All right, where were we? Did we talk about third question, right?
Third question, yep.
Okay. What kind of car did I learn to drive on?
Yep. So was it a pickup truck?
Okay, this is super hard. I mean, because really, whoever talks about their first car, especially on the Friday mornings when you're like, I have an installation emergency I got to run to. So it's a funny story. The very first car that I owned it was in college. I went to college from 1991 to 1996, so beginning of the 90s, and I was driving a 1983 Toyota Corolla.
Oh, yeah, I would have never guessed that.
The fun part about it was a stick shift. So I learned on the stick, which I haven't driven it in forever, but I love driving stick. But the best part was this was such an amazing little car. It would start for me in third gear. Yeah, so when I would totally pull a blonde moment and not be able to put it or forget to put it in first gear and somehow it's just in that third, the forward one, it would just go. And I'm like, oh my gosh, hallelujah. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you. It wouldn't stall at the red light. So I love that little car. My first car, Claire saying my first car was a 92 Toyota Corolla. Yeah, I like my little Toyota Corollas. Yeah, unfortunately, I did get into an accident at one point and it was totaled. So my baby was, but that's okay. I still remember it fondly and how it would start for me no matter what.
There's nothing like your first car.
There's nothing like your first car experience.
Yeah.
All right, Heine, you go.
All right. So my question, it's our last and final question, is when and where did I study abroad?
This was hard. So I know that you went to school here. Now, fun little fact, if you guys don't know, Kim, even though she's a window treatment specialist for WindowWorks, her education is actually in interior design, which I think is really, really cool. It's almost like I want you to go to design schools and tell them that the career path of a window treatment specialist is possible, even though your education and background is interior design. So anyway, so that's a fun little fact. Now, where did you, I'm thinking, at first I thought maybe like Portugal or Spain, that you went back to your roots, but I'm like, no, she has family there. She would go back there at any point. And I know that you love dancing. So I'm thinking salsa. I'm thinking South America. So I'm thinking like either Brazil or Argentina or something in South America. How did I do? Not at all.
No.
What is it, like Tokyo? Japan?
No, I actually went and studied abroad and lived in Italy for 7 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you have
So it was our school did something. It was a trial. I went to Marymount University in Arlington, Virginia, and they were testing out this program where they would do a summer program in Italy. And basically we left in May and came back at the end of June. And we did, instead of doing our summer credits here in the States in our classrooms, I did my advanced sketching and
Mm,
my commercial drafting over in Italy, which was a really cool experience. So it was in 2006.
mm.
When I did it for my senior year, I could have graduated because I took these courses a semester ahead, but because I was the captain of the dance team and had a scholarship, I
Ah,
had to be a full-time student. So I
okay.
took other courses my second semester in order to keep that scholarship. But
Mhm.
yeah, it was definitely one of the coolest experiences studying abroad. That's where I
That's how
really
you
learned how to speak
Italian, yeah.
Italian because our
Oh, I should
mainstay
have
was
known. After you
yeah,
told me the answer to that
yeah.
question, I should have known better.
So after we stayed, our mainstay was in this little tiny town called Tuscania. They probably had 200 to 300 residents that nobody really spoke English. So when we came rolling through on this big like tour bus kind of thing to be dropped off at the hotel,
Mhm,
people were just coming out of their restaurants, out of their shops, because the main road was like this big.
mhm.
And yeah, so it was very interesting trying to order lunch because
Yeah, like, how do
you
you
would
do it?
you'd point to things, and then I started to hear the way they would say things, and
Okay.
so I'd be like, oh, let me order this, and then they would talk really fast, and I'd be like, do you speak this, do you speak Portuguese or Spanish or any other, and so
Yeah,
it was a cool experience at
that's
20
awesome.
to really
Yeah,
yeah, so I highly
good for you.
recommend that if you're out there, if you're a student watching, or if you have any or any designers out there that have college age kids,
Mhm.
it's definitely really fun to be able to experience
Yeah,
life outside of your little bubble here to see
yeah.
how, the other half lives. So it was
Yeah.
cool.
So interestingly, we just took a 6-hour trip to New Hampshire.
Hmm.
My associate Beata and I, and Lynn Hofer, who is the designer
Hmm.
on the project, because we have this really amazing, huge project in New Hampshire. It was a client who lived here locally in Bucks County, but a couple of years ago moved up to New Hampshire, and I was building this gazillion square foot house that
Hmm.
we built, helping her decorate. So we just got back, and it was a 6 hours up and a 6 hours drive
Hmm.
down. And on this drive, we actually, all of us, talked a lot about how important it is to give our kids this more of a well-rounded education, which should absolutely include travel abroad and study abroad, and understanding that where we live in our county, our state, even our country is not,
Hmm.
I mean, it's a lot, but it's not the world. And to have to be able to experience the world through studying abroad is something that, especially this designer Lynn, her kids did that. She has three kids, but two of them did study abroad, and she was really just saying how important it is to do that.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I was the only one that ended up doing it in my family. I was also on the younger side of all my cousins on my mom's side, and I really encouraged my cousins on my dad's side who were younger than me. My cousin is a chef, and I said, "Go study abroad in France, like do it." But it
Yeah,
just didn't work out with his culinary program. But I'm like, if it happens, I warned my aunt. I said, "He's going."
yeah,
Like it's just he has to go. Like if he has the opportunity to learn how to cook
yeah.
from chefs in France, like he's gotta go. But
All
yeah.
right. How
So
about we do one and final
raffle.
raffle? Okay, tell us, what are we raffling
So
off?
we are raffling off a Bluetooth speaker, which is an awesome prize. We use one a lot here on our deck when we have barbecues. It's definitely a fun tool. So let's see who's winning the Bluetooth
Let's see,
speaker.
let's see, let's see, let's see. Can we have the drum roll, please? Yes. Got one?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Bridget Williams.
Yay, Bridget.
Bridget Williams. Congratulations, Bridget.
Yes.
Awesome. All of these prizes, you guys, they will go. We have your email, so Stephanie will reach out to you for your address, and she'll take care of shipping those directly to you. And it's a way for us to celebrate our 100th episode. It's a way for us to say thank you for
Yes.
joining us, and also encourage you to join us here every Friday, whether you do it live and hear our banter back and forth, because that's what Kim and I do, or if you do it in recording and really listen to a lot of the educational tidbits that we give you about window treatments. Either way you decide to do it, we would love for you to join us.
Yes. Well, thank you. Here's to 100 episodes, and I'm
My water.
drinking out
Should
of
have had
my
champagne.
my Luann mug. We should probably we got to get ourselves a little bit of morning chat mugs.
I know we should, right?
So thank you everyone for joining us every week, and thank you, Vida. You have been an amazing partner and co-host throughout these 100 episodes, and it has just been an exciting journey. I mean, for me, I feel like this last the conference in Florida that we were at, the IWCE conference, and just, we put the show on every week and we're like, we hope people are watching it. We hope people are learning. And to have people, I had a couple people coming up to me. I'm sure you the same, like, I watch your show, I learned so much, and da da da. So, oftentimes we're like, are we talking to anybody? Is anyone really watching? So to hear the really positive feedback has been really great. And we do this for you guys every week. So thank you so much to Vida and to all of you for tuning in every week.
And Kim, also thank you right back to you, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do it truly. So once in a while, you guys, in case you're wondering, Mary Beth, 100 more, please.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Sure.
It's so once in a while when we take vacations, as I will be next Friday, and Kim will be flying solo. So what happens once in a while when one of us is not here, we do have a solo episode, and we pick a topic that either one of us is comfortable with. For me, often it's just going through lately what we've installed and some of the challenges and the wins that we've had, and doing it by myself during those solo episodes, even though it's still a good time and I'm glad to bring education to our listeners, they're just not as fun.
No.
And somehow you are able, and even though I would think that, okay, I see a picture, this is what I'm going to say about the picture, and I feel like I've exhausted everything there is to say, and yet you have a way of saying, wait, I have a question, and you find a way to pull even more information out of me, which I think is amazing, because really this all comes down to the education that we want to provide to you guys. So as much fun as we're having, as great of a just time that we have together, and even getting to know each other and becoming better friends, really the bottom line of it is providing window treatment education and spreading the window treatment love across our industry, the window treatment industry, the design industry, making sure that more designers specify window treatments, more window treatment pros become comfortable with what they're saying, with what they're doing, knowing that if they make mistakes, it's okay, because Vida and Kim have made those mistakes a couple of times or more, and everything in between. So education for me here, providing that knowledge for you guys, is key. And Kim, I would not be able to do that without you.
So thank you.
All right, you guys, thank you for joining us for this episode number 100 of WTF Live, Window Treatment Friday Live. Join us here every single Friday at 9 a.m. Vitaly's really going to town now.
He loves that soundboard.
He's like, okay, what else can I do? They're almost done. Let me experiment.
What other sounds do I have plugged in here?
Yeah. Thank you, Sarah from Storybrooke Design. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Join us here every Friday at 9 a.m. for next episodes, number 101, and all the ones thereafter, as Kim and I geek out on all things window treatment. Because, Kim, if it's Friday,
it's Window Treatment Friday Live every Friday at 9 a.m.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining for our little celebration here. Everybody who got the prize, who won the prize, will get it directly from Amazon. And join us here again every single Friday. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks,
Have a great weekend.
Bye, everyone.